I made flan for the first time in my life to test out this foolproof recipe, and if you're seeing this video, the recipe worked, although I asked an expert and they said that I should have baked it a little bit longer. The first thing we'll need is 150 grams of sugar. I highly recommend to invest in an electric scale because that's gonna be your best friend when it comes to baking. When you're cooking food, you can, if you don't really like it, you can fix it with spices. But when it comes to baking, you have to be very precise. 150 grams of sugar. We're gonna make caramel with this. Medium heat, and putting the sugar in the middle. Swirl it around so it's even. And medium heat, and I am not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna leave it. You're not allowed to touch it. Just let it caramelize on its own. It's gonna take a few minutes. I saw this great trick that instead of mixing everything with hand, we can use a blender. 1/14 ounce of condensed milk. That's the regular size. Whoa. When I was a kid, I used to eat this straight out of the can. And I'm using a spatula, a silicone spatula, so that I can really scrape it out of the can. Look how clean that is. 2 cups of heavy cream. Cup number 2. 1 cup of milk. That's 1 cup of milk. If you can see right here on the edge, my sugar is starting to melt. Looks a little wet. It's been about 3 minutes, and then you can see that is melting slowly. Slowly starting to brown. Very nice. Back over here, 5 whole eggs. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Some recipes, not all, but some recipes add vanilla extract. You can do that. If you add vanilla extract, add 2 teaspoons, but I really love seeing that vanilla bean when it's like a creme brulee or something creamy like that. I like to see the little beans. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add vanilla paste, 1 teaspoon, and then blend it. Everything is blended. My caramel started to get brown very fast, so I turned off the heat, and now I'm just gonna swirl it around and let all the other caramel melt. No grains. I turned the heat back on just a little bit because it started to dry. I'm gonna put it in my baking dish to make sure there's something heat proof underneath. And this is the dish we're gonna bake this in. Here is my dish, and I'm just gonna go over the caramel very quick. Using a silicone spatula helps me to make sure that all the caramel is off from the pan. Very quickly swirl this around. Yeah, it's starting to dry. It's okay. I can put this, use this one to help it go in there. I just want to cover the edges. When we start baking it, the flan will help it melt, and that's when it's gonna be creamy and runny. That's that. It's pretty much set now. And the back of that, you can wait for a few minutes. It's gonna get cold, and it's gonna be like delicious caramel you can snack on. I'm gonna preheat the oven to 350. We're gonna need something bigger that we can put this in. This is gonna give it a water bath. So I'm boiling water right now, but first, it's so much easier to put your flan in, put it in the oven, and then pour the boiling water on the side. That way you don't have to carry so much to the oven. You could use a strainer just to be safe, to filter your flan in case there's any lumps. Look at that, gorgeous. Oh, that looks so good. I can see little bits of the vanilla bean. Oh, it's creamy. All right, it's almost filled up to the top. And then we're gonna put this into the oven. Just very carefully. Ooh, almost spilled. I'm gonna put this in here. the middle, and I'm gonna put water so that it covers half of the flan. Perfect. And then bake for 45 to 50 minutes until it's slightly jiggly in the middle. Okay, so it's been an hour. I just took it out. It's a little bit wobbly in the middle, so I'm gonna let it set until it's completely cooled, and it should be firm. That could take maybe 2 hours. I'll let you know. Exactly 50 minutes has gone by since I took it out. So I'm just checking. It's already firmed on the edge. It's cooler too. But in the middle, it's still wobbly. It's not as wobbly as it was. Like I can feel it. It's a little bouncy. It's almost like jello. So she'll wait like another hour and it should be all firm. I'll keep you posted. I'm so excited. Okay, so as you can see, it's still jiggly, but it's set on the side. It's been an hour and a half since I took it out of the oven. However, if I let it completely cool, the caramel on the bottom is gonna be hard, and then I have to put it in hot water to release, and it's just extra work I don't want to do. So I want to flip it out now. I can help myself with a knife and just put it here and just gently slide on the edge just to help yourself a little bit. I can feel the caramel. Look at the juice is coming up. Just to help myself a little bit. And then it can finish setting in the plate. And I would suggest before you bake it, ooh, nice, see it comes right off. There's all the juice, I love it. I would suggest that right before baking, measure if this fits into something else where you can put the water in. And also measure that you have a plate that's the same size as where you're making the flan. So when you flip it out, you make sure it's the same size. And because there's a lot of juice in here, we need it to not spill out everywhere. I somehow got lucky and I have about the same size of these. So let's flip it out. Kind of nervous. I hope you can see everything. So I'm gonna put this on top, and then this. Oh boy, this might be a little messy. I'm nervous. Flip. Oh, it fell out. It fell out. Look at the juice. Okay. Oh, please be in one piece. It broke a little bit. I think because for me, these sides, they're kind of higher. So it did not go all the way to the bottom of the plate. There's still some caramel down here. So the flan is done. Very nice, so bouncy. Time to try it. Remember, I did not put any sugar inside of it. So all the sweetness is coming from, ooh, that is smooth. All the sweetness is coming from the condensed milk. Also, I should have had a better shape cake spoon underneath. Beautiful. To be honest, I actually don't see the vanilla beans like I thought I would. Some of that, ooh, deliciousness. That looks so good. Alright, it's time to try. Oh, it's so soft. A little bit creamy. A little bit too creamy, maybe. Oh, it's delicious. Not too sweet. So much better than the store-bought. Super fresh, super creamy. I'll dip it into that caramel sauce. Oh, so good. It tastes so good. So I should have used a different shape for it, just the regular round shape. That was the only problem with it, but this recipe does work, and it worked out very well for me. It's delicious, so rich, so delicious. But I cannot see the vanilla beans, so maybe we can skip that for sure. That was it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I proved that this recipe works because I've never made flan, and if I can make it, you can make it.